Good morning and welcome to SlimChat. I feel such a fraud this week saying SlimChat, knowing that there's not an awful lot of slimming going on, but it's a blog, so I will do it. And it's needs must. You know, we've got complete and utter disruption, no kitchen at all. We do have water and kettle, so we can survive. We can have tea. You know, it would be a pretty sorry English household if there was no tea in it, but there would have to be some way of getting tea in it. We just wouldn't be able to function. So anyway, we got tea at least, and pretty soon we'll have a sink. The sink was being cut during my rocks chat. It's nice and quiet now, but I think it'll be temporary before the noise restarts. The tap, I've got one of those taps where you can get the hosey bit and slush, so I'll be looking forward to spraying Gary with that. Yeah, that'll be cool. I no doubt he'll spray me more than once, because yesterday was, everywhere we went, if I got out the car, he pinched my bottom as I got out, and it makes you jump when somebody does that. What else did he do? In the DIY shop, I could have killed him. In the DIY shop, he got this big sink plunger and he put it on my boob. And it was like, stop it. You know, he does these playful things, but I said, if that had a big ring of dust around it, I had a dark blue t-shirt, then I would have a big ring, which may or may not rub out. So I would there be walking around with a big ring around one of my boobies, which, you know, it was like that all day. Too frisky for his own good. So yeah, I feel like he'll spray me a few times with that. Definitely. I know what he's like. So my BT engineer's done my cable, so that's all done. I fixed my head that broke. I had a mannequin head. Been very busy this morning doing little jobs, crushing up boxes, because the sink came in a big box, and I was out there with my Stanley blade cutting into sort of sizes, and I've got to book up some runs to the tip to go get rid of all this old kitchen. Got a few sinks that need to go, and old unit. There was only one, or a couple of those, you could say. No, maybe one old unit that had to be broken up, which had the old sinks in, because obviously we already put other units together, but that one we had to wait because of the plumbing, everything needing doing. So was the only old one in the room, so that's all done. So it's kind of getting there, really. Slowish at the moment, because these are the hardest bits, and then it will come down to doing flooring and tiling on the walls, and then the decking. And I've got a list of I said to Jamie, why are you here actually? I wouldn't mind it if you could try put the medicine cabinet on the wall with Gary, because it's a bit of a hard job on your own. And there's a mirror that is completely and utterly stuck to the wall. You can't really get off, but he'll get it off with him. So I figured, if I ask Gary, it's like a job that's... But if I ask Jamie, it'll G him up to do it, That's my plan. So yeah, a few little jobs. So yeah, not an awful lot of dieting, unfortunately, going on. I had KFC yesterday and it's killed my throat. Absolutely killed it. And I never have the hot wings or anything like that. I don't like them anyway. I don't like that when your throat and your mouth burn from food. I'll have something slightly spicy perhaps, but I'll never go hot. It's not really me. Used to have a hot chili and a hot curry and didn't mind it, or medium hot, I'd say, not like the hottest hot. But not anymore. It's kind of got it out of my system, really. I don't like doing that. I'd rather have I don't mind a bit of heat as there's a flavour, but I don't like heat without flavour, So I've got to really try and give my throat a rest. Gary said he wants to cook steak today, a couple of like fillet steaks and stuff, but I guess we could, once the sink is done, we'll be able to, because then we'll have the worktop and this cooker will be free. So we were going to have fish and chips, but too many takeaways is going to really kill the progress that I've made. I'm going to kill the progress anyway, but I can always start again. It's an unusual event, isn't it? Having a complete house sort of overhaul sort of thing. So I'm going to be relegated to this room for quite a bit this week. I have lots and lots of work to do. I've got some training courses that have been sent to me on business admin, which I need to do. I want to sign up for those, and there's a few others that I want to sign up for and do. So they're online, which is beautiful. I have that to do, and some WordPress tutorials that I need to do as well. So and some look at some designs and get back to work, because where I've been ill, I've not been able to do that. And I was imagining that I might be ill from having the jab, but I wasn't. I was ill from catching a virus from hell. I hadn't felt that ill since I had COVID. It wasn't COVID, obviously. It was just a very nasty cold, but the fact that it turned to a respiratory infection for me just knocked me out. And it seems to be that this particular cold virus that's going around affects the older, like adults and older children, more than little ones. They don't even really, they're just as snotty, that's it. But if you're older, you get a bit knocked out by it. Well, it did not only knock me out, it just took me out, I think. So I had a whole day where I just slept constantly and needed steroids and antibiotics to get rid of it. But those have not helped my throat in the slightest. So I'm just a bit miffed about that, because I thought, every time I've had some antibiotics so far, it has helped a little bit. It's not got rid of it, but it's took it back down to manageable levels. Not done that this time. In fact, it seems to be like more painful than ever. I just hope when I go on the 11th, if I have to have them out, they don't make me wait any longer. I've had 5 months of pain. I really don't need any more. The NHS has got a massive backlog with all the COVID and everything got put on hold, and all resources were devoted to looking after people with COVID. So consequently, the waiting lists have gone sky high. So last night I was in bed, unable to sleep with the extreme heat, thinking of designing a baby romper. Now, where that came from, I don't know. Yeah, I have, I suppose, had it in my head to do one since Tyler was born. And I did make him something. I made him a little nappy cover, or diaper cover as they call it over across the pond. It was a Pokeball, kind of cute, but I don't know. I just wanted to do something different. I don't have a baby for it. Well, having said that, my niece has had a baby, so I could do that. Can't really do any cooking until the kitchen's done, so I might as well get stuck in to crafting and tutorials and e-learning. That's going to be my week. Trying to stay in it. This fan is really nice and cool, and as this side of the house doesn't get that hot because the sun's out the back, and then later on when it comes overhead and comes into the front room, it's lost a lot of strength by that time, and there's big trees opposite which shade us, so the front doesn't get too bad, this side doesn't get too bad, and with this fan, which is pretty powerful, it's not too bad in here. I've got a fan like my little desk fan, which just, if I can bring it any further, there you go. This one, probably not going to get it in a good place now. I can just prop there and it blows on my face. It's very quiet-ish. And the one under the desk, so pretty cool in here, so that's not too bad. Nice to work in. It does need a bit of a tidy. There is bags everywhere. There's whips everywhere. That's works in progress, if you don't know. And there's stuff I need to throw away and sort out, and it really does need a blitz, as I'm going to be in here, really. I might as well get stuck into it. So I obviously will have to help them at some point, but I'm not very good when it comes to that. My mum, even though she was a very petite woman, she could put a wardrobe over her shoulder, Where do you want this, Jeff? That my dad would be sitting there on the sofa going, oh, I thought it'd be over there. never mind. And over she'd go and do it. And that was my mum, strong as an ox, you know, the sort of woman you see going down the road with 20 shopping bags in either hand, just not even bringing out a little puff of air, you know, just striding down the road, where I'm like, got one bag going, you know, that's my mum. So I'm nothing like her, unfortunately. I'm not like my dad, you know, I would like it over there. That's me. I'm the lazy arse. But it's not that so much as just not having that kind of mentality, you know. I have ideas and I get around things. It's like Gary about the ceiling. I was the one who said about the ceiling. And so I have these ideas and he puts them into practice. And I can hold things for him as long as, you know, I'm short. So as long as I can reach and I'll do it. But I'm not very good at that stuff. I don't know why. It used to be. There was a time when I hired some power tools and completely sanded down all of my wood surfaces and varnished them, stained them and painted and rag rolled and did all sorts of decorating stuff. And I went through a phase, took doors off, sanded the doors down, painted the doors, put the doors back up all on my own, didn't have anyone to hold it. Managed to do it just by putting blocks underneath and raising it up until it was at the right height. So, you know, I got all kind of butch at some point, but it didn't last. I went back to being a soppy girl. That's my excuse. But I guess if needs must, isn't it? I was on my own, so I had to do it. And I figured I can do this. Whereas now I've got a Gary, you know, and a Jamie today that can do it. So I'm going to get off and upload this. I've been waffling on far too long. And I will... did I not do the movie? I didn't. Hang on. I didn't do the movie quote of the day, did I? Nearly forgot. Where is it? The pink book. I have different books now, guys. Very organised. So unlike me. So yesterday was I'm Serious, Don't Call Me Shirley. And that was, of course, Frank Drebin from Airplane. So, I think he was talking to a doctor. Someone said it was a doctor, but it was actually Frank Drebin. Loved Frank Drebin in Police Squad. That I loved, you know, with OJ, where you never saw him, you just saw his middle part because he was so tall. Loved Police Squad, loved Airplane and the movies, all of those. Just, and then Naked Gun, just loved that. I used to get home from school, and the first thing I did was look to see if the not the Naked Gun, if the Police Squad was on. My mum would look at me and go, "That is so stupid. What are you watching?" And I go, "It's brilliant, this." And she'd be like, you know, one of those generation gap things. We'll have one in my family now. There's a certain member of my family that whenever I see her, I can't, you know. This is a generation gap thing. I'm now the old one and looking at it going. So anyway, people who got that right, Frank Drebin, Airplane and the like, were Linda Fairbrother, Tabby Angela, Amarina, Jane, Shirley, don't call me Shirley, Linnell and Ann Cooper. And today, what was the one I was going to do? Bit of acting coming up here. I'm hoping with the throat it works. Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Didn't have to act too much to that one, did I? You want it again, don't you? I can tell.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
I like the way I get close. Menacingly close, looming in at you there. Never mind. Anyway, I'm off. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care. Wish me luck this week, because I really need it. I'm going to be the size of a house at the end of this week. Not good, I tell you. I was doing so well. Doing so well. Story of my life, isn't it? Doing so well, but, you know, never mind. It's not, as Lewis Hamilton said at the weekend when he screwed up big time. He said it before he screwed up big time. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So, yeah, I'm taking on Lewis's mantle here. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And a marathon used to be my favourite chocolate bar as well. So that really is not a good analogy. Never mind. It's called a Snickers now. Couldn't eat it now though. Not with this throat. Tastes like sludge and horribleness. Which is not a bad thing. At least that's one thing stopping me from feeding my face. Anyway, bye for now. I'll see you tomorrow for another thrilling instalment from SlimChat. Bye for now, everyone.